I was recently asked by one of the big gear companies, what are some things that I would carry in a pack? And, you know, for kind of a survival EDC pack. And I put together the list, and then I just thought, you know, it'd be a great video to make about keeping all the items that you need on an everyday basis in one little pack, which could double for a skeletonized get home bag. And so we're going to take a look at the mini get home bag or your EDC kit. Now this kit needs to be something that's portable and as minimal as possible for the intended purpose. Now you also are carrying your EDC, so we're going to look at that separately. But this needs to be something that you can throw in your truck, that you could carry to work or wherever you're going and have it handy. And that's really the purpose, because if it's too big, you're not going to carry it. If it's something small and compact, it'll be easy to transport if you get yourself in a tough situation. Now this is my basic EDC, and of course I have my iPhone. I have one of the Hellbent Kydex holsters. In fact, a review's coming on this. The ZT 566 and a key bar with my keys, a Reactor Gryphon watch, one of the Pilot G2 pins, an Olight, and this is the S1 Baton. This is a fantastic light at going gear. Then my P30 SK, which is the compact version, and then my Jackson leatherwork shark skin inside the waistband holster. So this is just my standard EDC. I carry this with me on my person at all times. And one EDC item that can be overlooked is a really good belt, especially if you're concealed carrying. This is one of the bull leather belts by Daltechforce.com. I've been wearing these belts for years. In fact, this is the display belt. This is actually the belt that I wear every day. And I've worn this belt for 6 years. And it's just tough as nails. Daltechforce.com. Now we are starting out with the Maxpedition Skinny Organizer, and this is a great little kit. Maxpedition has a ton of different little bags and kits to suit your needs. So it may not be this, it may be something else. It could be a coffee can. It could be something else, but whatever suits your lifestyle. Now first thing, we've got a little mesh here, and inside here I have a little Rite in the Rain pad. I like Rite in the Rain because even if it gets wet, you can write on here. Just go ahead and open it up. As you can see, it's slam full. It was kind of tough packing all this in here, but you know, that's one of the reasons why you need to find the bag that suits your needs. But try not to get something too big, because you'll fill that up. You know, there are some larger bags. I have a standard get home bag if I'm going on a real trip. I try to keep this as minimal as possible, but to cover all the bases, and we're going to go through it, this is the way that I pack this out. Now this is the contents of the pack, and what we're going to do is go through each one. I am going to tell you what it is because people are going to ask. And I'm going to have a list down below of all these items as well, just for your reference. So whatever I'm doing, I like to base my survival kits on the rule of threes. 3 minutes without air, 3 hours in harsh conditions, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Anything else like medical or self-defense transcends all those things, because that could happen at any time. One of the most important things, of course, is because it's 3 hours in harsh conditions, we have an emergency space blanket. And this is actually a poncho, and it's by Soul. This is a neat little bag system, but this can also be used as a rain poncho, so it doubles the effect. Rain, again, can happen at any time. You can be, you know, changing a tire. You can do things, you know, you need some kind of way for shelter. And this is the most portable way for shelter that I know of. Of course, then we have medical, and just a small medical kit. Doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Now, I keep a trauma kit in my truck at all times. But for small things and just having something, maybe you're in the office, maybe wherever you are, having a good little med kit can really come in handy. This is one of the AMP3s. USN ER Doc puts this out. This is a great little kit, and he makes larger, better ones, or more suited to, you know, more tough situations. But this is what I carry, my little EDC. I carry a water filter system, and this is the Renovo Trio. It's an excellent little water filter. There's a number of different ones out on the market, but I really like the size and how portable this one is for what it does. I have an extra folding knife, and this is the Benchmade Barrage. Excellent knife. I've carried this for a number of years and still carry it on occasion, but I like to have this around because it's just a good quality knife, which is really important. Also, a Leatherman multi-tool. And this is the Sidekick. There's a lot of different ones out there. I like the size of this one more than anything. The larger you get, the more tool friendly it's going to be. but this is just an excellent small kit. There are much smaller ones, but you know, that's just for you to decide what you like. Now I have one of the Olight S10 Batons. These are great little lights. They put out a lot of lumens. But I also have one of the i7R EOS, and this is also by Olight, but it's a really small pen light, and I can just hook this to the outside of my bag and to be able to see the contents in my bag. But if I really need something bright, I've got this one. The ability to start fire is very important. Here we have one of the Numyth Firesteels. This is a new little item from Going Gear, and Marshall at Going Gear actually produces these. But just a great little Firesteel. One of the things about Firesteel is that it's always there to strike. If you have a lighter, you could be out of lighter fluid, you know, and if you have matches, they can get wet. Firesteel is always great to have. But I also like to have a lighter, and this is from Numyth. This is also a Going Gear special, and a great little lighter, uses lighter fluid. Stays waterproof and very dependable. Cordage is very important. Yeah, I could keep a section of paracord, but I have one of these paracord bracelets that has quite a bit of paracord, and so I just keep one of these thrown in here, and then if I need to, I can just put it on my wrist. So just a little yank of paracord. A Rite in the Rain pad. I like Sharpies, and I also like regular pens, but one of the things that usually I keep with these, in fact, in my full bag, my get home bag, I have one of the space pens. And also I have one of the larger Rite in the Rain pads, but this is really handy. It's really small, and you always need a pen. Have backup batteries, and this is in a lock sack to keep these completely weatherproof. I have a battery backup. This is from Bastion. Great little backup battery source. You can hook this up to USB. You can hook this up to your phone, so you can charge your phone or do whatever you need to. And having a backup power source, especially nowadays, as much as we depend on cell phones, is a must. I have the cable, but I can also take my charging cable from my phone, put in the USB here, and charge it. And I have used this quite a few times. And then also I have just a flash drive I carry with me. You never know, you know, this is not necessarily always a survival situation, so I like to have a little flash drive with me. An extra magazine for my concealed carry. I carry the HK P30 SK, and it's the shorter rounds, but I can use the standard P30 magazine as a backup. One thing that I would add is a tube of chapstick. This is something that I always have in one of my packs. There's so many uses for it. In fact, I have a video on the uses of chapstick in a survival situation. So that is one definite thing. Now, some of you may say, well, what about a Cliff Bar? What about this? This is just for everyday carrying around. You can go 3 weeks without food. Yeah, food's great and it keeps your energy up. Really, for the pack that I wanted, I didn't want something in there that I'd have to change in and out. This is full. The pack's already as full as I want it. You know, if I want to do that, I could go with a little bit larger pack. Now, down in the comments below, if there's anything that you would add or you would subtract from this list, you know, please leave it, because a lot of people read those comments. So it'll just help people to be able to fill out their pack to their needs. It may be a preference on your part. Something in here may be a preference on mine. And of course, this gear that's in here is not necessarily the end all. I mean, you can substitute everything on this table for something that you would prefer, or something that could be better, or something that you just happen to have. So the EDC Mini Get Home Kit, great little item to keep you prepared no matter what life throws at you. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Okay, video's over. Time to put everything back on. I ought to weigh this all out and see what it weighs. Here we go. 4 pounds, 1.8 ounces. That's ridiculous.